we of the Negro Collective have definitely, I seen Brother JB put it up. There's a resolution that I've already given here in my state, Washington State. We call it the Negro Collective put it together. My actual senator here, her name is Emily Randall, looked at it. She started me. She was the one that told me start this petition. So we got that going to kind of segue the. I don't believe that, I strictly disagree with Marcel. I've had this a couple times. I don't believe this system is going to work, period. And I encourage people to get the hell on that couch. I don't believe this system is ever going to get us. I believe we're going to have to use Special Field Order 15 that was treasonously taken away by the Confederate president that took Abraham Lincoln's place, Andrew Johnson. When he did that, everything changed. And since then, the Confederates have taken really what happened when they killed Lincoln was this turned into the Confederate States of America, period. And it is shown in every policy written. We ain't talking about anything else but policies and practices that has harmed our people, period. And everything is in this, the document that JB is sharing at this moment. Everything's in that resolution that we need. We need a president to sign an executive order, call it killing or taking what Andrew Johnson did, calling that out for what it is a treasonous action, revitalizing Special Field Orders 15, which was the highest law of the land. It is a war order that came from. We don't need legislation. We don't need red and blue. We don't need any of that. We need the people to realize their power and literally get it implemented through the law that was stripped away from our people by treasonous action. And I'll stop right there. But I believe in my heart that red and blue, I don't care who you are, that is not going to get us. This system built to defeat our people is not going to give us nada.
Let me be clear. When I say the system, I'm not talking about participating in duopoly or even these so-called third parties we have now, like Libertarian Party, the Green Party. I feel they all really suck. I really do. But I'm looking at we talk about our ancestors, right? Let's look at what our ancestors did immediately after slavery ended. What was the first thing they did? They ran for office and they got elected. I'm here in South Carolina, the state that was the epicenter of that. Joseph Rainey was the first non-white person and the first black person to be elected to U.S. Congress. Then he was followed by Robert Smalls. South Carolina is the only state in American history to have a majority black state legislature. Our people realized the system sucked and it was terrorizing them and it was brutal towards them. So they said, you know what? The system is only the way it is if we allow it to be the way it is. And they ran for office and took over, and they did a phenomenal job, even helping out not just their own people, but even white people flourish underneath their rule. So I am just looking at the examples set by our ancestors. If they did that in the 1800s, and y'all, things are awful, let's be honest, but they are nowhere near as awful as they were in the 1800s. Can you imagine? In the 1800s, they ran for office and got elected in the 1800s, and they did the things that our people needed in the 1800s. If they can do it in the 1800s, we can do it now. I feel that sometimes we want to choose the path of least resistance, and the path of least resistance gets you the least of anything at all.